Vision is. In copyright Vision IACE. Q12.D Price elasticity of demand measures the responsiveness of demand to a change in price. Price inelastic. The change in price causes a smaller percent change in demand. Price elastic. The change in price causes a bigger percent change in demand. Price elasticity of demand is majorly affected by 1. Nature of the commodity. 2. Substitutes. 3. Variety of uses. 4. Habits. 5. Income groups. 6. Level of prices. 1 and 2 are correct because milk and salt are necessity goods/normal goods. There are no readily available substitutes. Change in prices does not affect demand. 3 is correct. Cigarette demand tends to be inelastic because of the addictive nature of the product. Q13.B statement 1 is correct. Established on May 17, 1930, the Bank for International Settlements (BIS) is the world's oldest international financial organization. The BIS has 60 member central banks, representing countries from around the world that together make up about 95% of world GDP. The mission of the BIS is to serve central banks in their pursuit of monetary and financial stability, to foster international cooperation in those areas, and to act as a bank for central banks. Statement 2 is not correct. As a bank, the BIS does not accept deposits from or provide financial services to private individuals or corporate entities. Statement 3 is correct. With regard to its banking activities, the customers of the BIS are central banks and international organizations. Reserve Bank of India is one of the 60 member central banks in the BIS. The recent report prepared by the Bank for International Settlements (BIS) said that India is better placed than neighboring China and Brazil in terms of banking distress risks. Q14.A Bundy School of Painting is a Rajasthani style of Indian miniature painting that lasted from 17th century towards the end of 19th century. Hence statement 1 is correct. It basically existed in the princely state of Bundy and the neighboring principality of Kota. The Bundy School is characterized by a fondness for lush green vegetation, dramatic night skies, and a distinctive way of depicting water with light swirls. The Bundy School has a close association with the Mughal style. The main subjects of these paintings are Krishna Leela, Rama Leela, Brahmata, hunting scenes, scenes of court, festivals, elephant, horses, battle scenes, horse race, flowers, trees, etc. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Q15.C cells which contain the nucleus have the genetic DNA material. Blood primarily consists of white blood cells, red blood cells, platelets. DNA is present in white blood cells of humans since WBC contain the nucleus. Red blood cells and platelets lack nuclei, thus no DNA is present. The most common sources for forensic DNA evidence testing are blood, semen, saliva, and hair roots. However, bones, teeth, urine, and even fecal material may provide nuclear DNA results. Q16.E An indicator species is any biological species that defines a trait or characteristic of the environment. Indicator species are ideal for biomonitoring. A species may indicate an environmental condition such as a disease outbreak, pollution, species competition, or climate change. Examples include the following: stoneflies indicate high oxygen levels in water. Mosses and fungi indicate acidic soil. Greasewood indicates saline soil. Lichens. Some species indicate low air pollution. Mollusks. Some mollusks indicate water pollution status. Tubifax worms indicate non-potable, stagnant, oxygen-poor water. 5 www.visionis.in Copyright Vision IACE. River otter are an important indicator species as to the quality of habitats where they are found. This is because the otter is a strict carnivore and contaminants that occur in the environment may concentrate in the otter over time in a process known as biomagnification. Sparrow, being very sensitive to changes in the environment, is one of the most preferred indicator species of urban ecosystems. The stable house sparrow population indicates a healthy ecosystem for human beings in terms of air and water quality, vegetation, and other parameters of habitat quality. Q17.D Statement 1 is not correct. It terminates both the sitting and the session of the House. Statement 2 is not correct. Prorogation of a House is done by the President of India. Statement 3 is correct. It does not affect the bills pending before the House. However, all pending notices other than those for introducing bills lapse on prorogation, and fresh notices have to be given for the next session. Q18.d Unique features of the Indo-Islamic architecture. RQ8 style, use of arches and domes, use of minarets around mosques and mausoleums, use of calligraphy as means of decoration, spaciousness, massiveness and breadth. Arabesque method of decoration, use of geometrical vegetative ornamentation, use of intricate jolly works. Charbas style of gardening in which a square block was divided into 4 adjacent identical gardens. Peter Dura technique, inlay of precious stones and gems into the stone walls. Story signing technique in the buildings, inscriptions appear of the same size from any place. Q19.A anti-lock braking system prevents the wheels from locking up, thus avoiding uncontrolled skidding. ABS modifies the brake fluid pressure, independent of the amount of pressure being applied on the brakes, to bring the speed of the wheel back to a minimum level that is mandatory for optimal braking performance. Anti-lock braking system ABS can avoid the accident or reduce collision speed significantly. 1 is correct. 2 is not correct. Price of two-wheelers will go up with addition of this feature. 3 is not correct. It is a feature of regenerative braking system used in hybrid vehicles and electric cars. Q20.A statement 1 is correct. The Global Fund is a partnership organization designed to accelerate the end of AIDS, tuberculosis and malaria as epidemics. Founded in 2002, the Global Fund is a partnership between governments, civil society, the private sector and people affected by the diseases. The Global Fund raises and invests nearly $4 billion a year to support programs run by local experts in countries and communities most in need. Statement 2 is not correct. It has not been set up under the G8's SWIFT. The Global Fund was endorsed by the G8 at their summit in Genoa in July 2001. A transitional working group was established to determine the principles and working modalities